There you go.
And this is not the first episode of 2021. This is the second episode. There was just a whole thing. There was just a whole thing that just happened.
Which you will not see because we're professionals.
Maybe in like the bloopers, the cuts. I definitely thought this was the first episode of the year, but it's not. So we're back on track now. We're back on track. That was a test run.
What's going on?
So second episode of the new year.
It is.
What's that? What's been happening?
Not much, man. I played gridiron on the weekend.
I saw a couple of little snippets.
Yeah, my body is sore.
I feel like there's levels to that game, and there's just some guys that just aren't on that level.
No.
But being that gridiron's not really a big sport over here, essentially, like if you sign the papers and the waiver and you turn up to training, you're probably going to get a run, brother.
Pretty much, yeah, man. No, it's just a bunch of people who, I guess, enjoy watching it and getting the chance to play it. It's good. It's good fun. Fucking
some good clean family fun.
Plenty of fucking heavy contact, which is good, especially coming into footy season.
I definitely didn't see that part. I saw you nearly break a guy's ankles and then get a touchdown. That was about it.
No, I tried to find it, but they ran like a sweep play, and like we ran it, and I looked up and I could see that there was no blockers, and I thought, oh, okay, I'll try and just beat him with the feet, and I beat the first guy, but the second guy, he found me, and I had a fumble.
So, like, being that it's not a big sport over here, when you're in the huddle and the QB's calling plays, how many guys just look at him and go, brother, I don't know what the fuck a hot route is?
It's pretty, I suppose, simplified in a sense. Like, yeah, depending on what position, I play wide receiver, but depending on what position or what side you are, they'll just give you like whatever, so I'm playing far right wide receiver, it's just a Z run, and you get given a number which is like the route. They have like a route tree, so like 1 is this, 2 is this, and then essentially they just say Z5. So you just got to remember what a 5 route is and then run it.
They keep that shit super simple.
Yeah, it's not like Z38, dog left, dog right, spider, monkey, twist on the left. Like, there's none of that.
I'm just going to go stand over here, man. You just throw me. If I'm open, you just throw the ball my way.
But that was fun. It's good fun. I like doing shit that, tests you, and I suppose I played footy for that long. It's good to try something different.
Speaking of physical tests, did you watch the UFC?
I did, man. That fucked my whole day up. I was pretty... Oh, man, it was fucked. I felt like he was winning it. But then he got knocked out, so, I mean, he didn't win it. So, but I felt like he was doing pretty well.
I mean, if I could say, take the main event out of it. If I could say one thing to everyone that spoke to me about that card, I fucking told you so. I fucking told you that Michael Chandler was going to fuck up your boy Dan Hooker, and no one wanted to believe me. No one wanted to believe me. I called it. I had a bet on him. TKO. Fuck. But he's a wrestler. Well, he's not. He's got 17 knockouts on his record. Do your fucking homework. Everyone just sees the word Bellator associated with his name, and he goes, he's from a D grade. Wrong. He just fucking iced your little gatekeeper there. So if that was the main event, you'd probably be like, fuck. Right on.
Yeah, it was over in 15 minutes, two main fights.
Yeah. But I think, look, I love Conor. Love what he's done for the sport. But I'm not mad about the result. It makes it really interesting. Really makes the division interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like Dustin's been robbed. He should have been given the belt then and there.
Yeah, well, I guess it'd be interesting what they do with that. But no, that's good. Good to see. Sucked, but that's fighting, I guess.
You know what they say? That's the fight game, brother.
I do love how like a lot of people talk about it, but it's like most of them have never been in a fight, and you're like, oh, God. It's like it's a little bit more complicated than that. Like,
he should have just checked the kicks. Should just check the kicks. Yeah, you know what? You're right. You're right. He should have just checked the kicks.
I'm sure he didn't think of that after the fight.
When he was on his crutches, just hobbling out. You know what? I feel like something's going wrong here. I can't really put my finger on it. Can't put my finger on it.
So that's what I like even like any sport, like commentators. I think it's the perfect thing for ex-players. Like, I don't think you should be a commentator unless you're an ex-player. Or ex-fighter or ex-fucking Formula 1 racer. I don't care. Like, that should be their next step, is to be able to comment on it. Because not many of them have a lot of careers outside of their sport, especially the older fellas too. But their knowledge of it is so much better. Like, it's even like, like league and shit. Like, unless you've been out there, do you really understand all the stuff going on?
The best possible panel is Joe Rogan,
Yep.
martial arts expert.
Jesus, I just had a mirror fall over.
DC.
I was using it to hide all my wife's gear over here. Yep, DC.
And Dominic Cruz.
Fair. Definitely fair.
Dominic Cruz is a master. He's a master.
I think anyone who's done it or trained, like, if they know how hard it is to get to that position. So if you went down the journalist route, like, that's awesome, like, that you've spent time doing that. But I mean, it's hard to understand what's going through someone's head if you haven't been there.
Very true. Very true. Strongly agree. When you're right, you're right. So, firstly, fuck the challenges. Didn't go to plan. So just to clarify, I did go and do my challenge. I went down and kicked the old pigskin around, chucked on the old vapors, and shot 35 minutes of footage, and none of it can be used for fuck all except taking up disk space. You couldn't see absolutely anything. I don't know if it was like the angle, but you couldn't even track the ball in flight.
Yeah.
It was just gone. But probably for the best. So I'm happy to call myself out. I have fucking lost a lot of fucking skill. Honestly, it was shocking.
Really?
I think I was trying to be too finesse, you know what I mean? Like trying to curl them into the top bin and stuff. Yeah. But
like, you wanted to like shave the pole, didn't you? You wanted like just go in there.
I got a couple like off the post and stuff, but the real problem was I had to go fucking kilometers back. I was just flighting them straight over the bar and into the back paddock. So what I think we've already spoken. What we're going to do, we're going to give the challengers a bit of a break. Just for a while, we've got a couple other things we're going to bring in. I do have one for the next episode, but it's something that there's no prep for. Okay. It'll just be you and me, mano a mano.
Well, hopefully that next one will be probably around your birthday time, because I'll be down. I'll be down for that. We can probably do it at the studio.
It'll be a good one.
It'll be a good one.
It'll be a good one.
Nice.
And then we'll just keep on, like Fred Durst said, we'll just keep rolling.
Do you know? I was just talking to like training and stuff and losing skill and stuff. Have you? Because you've done mostly like weight training now since you're about 20 or so, haven't you?
A little bit.
Do you do any circuit stuff or anything like
that? Sorry, what?
Exactly. Yeah. So we did for footy. We went to that F45 and did like a F45 class.
I've done one of them in my entire life.
Yeah, I can see the reason for it in terms of like, especially like people working and if you've only got a certain amount of time to do it. But it just, I don't know, man, it just seems, I don't know, you don't really isolate a lot, and a fair few of the things do the same thing, and you end up just doing 16 sets of the same fucking thing. Mr. Gray.
So, here's my challenge with those circuit places. And I'm happy for someone to tear me apart on this because, like I said, I've only ever done one. I know a lot of people that do them. And they always tell me that they do these things, say, at the end of class or during class, where it's like first person to burn 100 calories or 50 calories, whatever the fuck it is. And they got to get on the mountain climbers, all that sort of shit, and just go hard in the paint, first person to burn the calories. My question is, there's a lot of different levels of fitness of people there. There's some skinny girls, like fit, small petite girls. There's big solid guys. There's football players. There's older people. Not everyone needs to be burning the same amount of calories.
Yeah.
For one person that could be healthy, for the other person that could be detrimental. So every session or whatever, they go, okay, boom, now we're going to do the 50 cal challenge or whatever it is. You've got a big 100 kilo footy player who could probably burn 50 calories, and then you've got a small or young girl.
Here we go.
That's gonna have
what weight is she? I just wanted to hear. I want to pick your brain on that one. I want to know what you think she should weigh.
Look, I'm like say small. I'm gonna say like 60, like small, like a small girl.
Yeah.
If she continually does that, that could be very detrimental. That's a big difference on different people's bodies, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, definitely.
It's not focused enough. It's very like, we're all a class, we're all going to do the same shit.
See, especially like how they do those like challenges and stuff. And I've talked to someone about it, and they said essentially like it's not the training that they lose the weight on; it's the fact that it's the diet, which is essentially starving yourself. So like we did the session, and like it was high intensity, which is good, and it was really quick. Like I felt like it was over real quick, and that's what I see the good thing for people who don't have a lot of time to be able to train, and it's like gets the heart rate up, so you would be burning and all that, but it just didn't seem to like isolated enough that you're focusing on stuff, and then they reckon that it's the dieting that is like all those 6-week challenges that they do is basically starving yourself.
And I do think like I 100% believe that circuit training and high intensity training does have a part, and I should do it more, but I simply don't. But doing that training every day of every week of every month is probably not ideal. Yeah, because once you get to a point that is considered probably really healthy for your body type, if you keep pushing and pushing and pushing, like you said, you probably get past the point of that.
Yep.
Whereas obviously, and I understand they have weight days and all that sort of shit, but is it really?
So like,
is it really weights if you're doing circuits? Like it's not a concentrated weight day. You know what I mean? So I think there could be a good balance of both. But again, I'm not close enough to it. All the experts, come get me. Don't care.
Like I'd still rather do it than fucking running, but I mean, but I have to run to maintain my weight or try and
That would be. It's probably more of an open question. What sort of controls do they have in place to prevent that? If you've got that small middle-aged lady in your class and she keeps turning up every day, maybe morning and afternoon classes, do they police that and say, hey, that's probably a little bit too much, you're probably over-exercising? Probably not.
Yeah, well, I suppose it'd be good to ask someone who does that a lot, but
hey, I mean, anyone got an F45 or a pit stop, want to come jump on the old fucking panel? Let's do it.
There's fucking enough of them.
Yeah, come answer some questions. Make me look like a fucking idiot.
Like I said, I definitely think there's a place for it. And
I agree.
And if anyone's going to it, it's still better than sitting at home and not doing something. So
100%.
It's not that. It's just probably more focused on me training right now. I don't think it was something that and the fucking cost of them, man.
Oh, that's the
that's my real issue.
Yeah, you know what? Look, take all that back. Really like the training, really like the people, great franchises, but there's fucking cost, man.
Oh, man. I was looking at it, I was like I was happy we did it with footy and stuff. I was like, whoa, I don't know if I'm paying that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's justified. Again, not close enough to it, but I believe it's in excess of $50 a week.
It's 65. But see, that's what I mean.
For what?
But that's what I'm saying. Like it's 65 and unlimited. So if you're going twice a day, it's a fucking bargain. But if you're the typical person who can maybe only spare time Monday and Wednesday, or Tuesday, Friday, whatever the fuck it is that you can do, you're still paying fucking $30 a lesson.
Yeah, and look, I'm not trying to expose.
So I think you have to be going like 5 times a week.
Yeah, you need to be making the most of it. Like, I don't want to expose the inner workings of how these things work, but
That's
I've got
how they work. That's essentially how they work.
I've got a rough idea of how many memberships they need to cover the cost of running the gym, and it is far less than the amount of members that they have attending those things. That's for sure.
Well,
but hey, you got to make money. Everyone's got to make money.
Well, they're pretty packed. So, I mean, that's what I mean. Like, they obviously have a place, and it's good for people who don't have that time. Or, like, because you get in there and there's no fucking around, too. Like, you get in, they quickly explain the drills or what they're doing for that lesson. So, maybe all up it's 50 minutes, but 45 of it is you're going. So, like, it's good for that. There's no, if you go to a weight session, sometimes you can fucking get stuck doing something or talking on the phone or talking with someone, like.
But when you think about it, if you break it down, say you go 5 times a week, which would probably be a pretty average sort of, you're paying $10 plus a visit. $10 plus for 50 minutes. Or you could pay $12 to $15 for unlimited access to a 24-hour gym where you could probably look at the same program on your phone. Like, I get it, but I don't get it.
Also, great point. I was going to build a shed at the new place and build my own gym, so I'll be happy.
Look, if someone wants to pay me $12 a week to yell at them in a gym, I'm happy to do that.
They weren't yelling, though. They were so polite.
Could you please hurry the fuck up?
No, it was good. Like, it's just, I don't... Especially, I suppose, for footy, too. Like, you kind of want to be doing like weights training and then doing your field session as your cardio and getting that sort of in.
Martha, you are 3 rounds behind, but that's okay.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I think it's the biggest thing is like the diet that they essentially starve you on. I'm doing the carnivore diet, man.
Are you?
Yeah.
So I've done some pretty fucked out diets in my time. So when I was doing powerlifting, and it's pretty common, I still see lads at the gym walking out with it. It's the chalky milk diet. So you have like your protein and your carbs, like your sweet potato and your mince and oats and all that sort of shit, your general thing. But then you drink, I think it was a litre of chalky milk a day for all your fats and sugars and all that sort of stuff. So you say goodbye to your abs.
Yeah.
But it's about getting like calories in versus calories out. So you see like a couple of the boys on the powerlifting program still walking out of the gym carrying their chalky breaker in there. It's carnivore diet. Have you got the runs?
Nah, not yet. We'll see. I'm sure it'll come.
Are you doing the Joe Rogan and hunting your own meat?
Yeah, in Mackay, yeah, man. I'm at the beach. Yeah.
So you're eating kangaroo.
Yeah, that's it. No, I'm just trying to. I'd say it's like 98%. Like the other stuff is like a little bit of milk with coffee and eggs and stuff like that. But they're still animal based, so I don't know. I'll check back at the end of the month and see how it goes.
When you're at home,
yep.
Obviously, because at work you get the buffet set out. At home, are you finding it is more expensive to do it, having to buy that much meat?
Yeah, you can get it. Like if you work it out, like how much you're spending and stuff. Like I suppose it depends how much you're gonna eat. Like that's what I mean. Like I'm essentially dieting now. Like I'm fucking hungry, but shred season. Gotta look good. Gotta look good for your 30th.
I turn 30 very soon, unfortunately.
He certainly does.
Right. Enough of that shit. I've got a question to return to your... Well, it's not really a question. It's this whole debate thing about making the right decisions in life. And I think we very easily determined last time that you make fucking shit decisions and I'm an angel. So, this actually happened to me the other day, funnily enough. Before you brought it up, but I thought about this in reflection, right? I would imagine there's something that happens to everyone in their life at least 5 to 10 times over the course of your life. And every time this happens, you would go through the same thought process. You cross the same bridge every single time, right? I'll give you my scenario.
Hit me. I can't wait for this.
I was at the gym the other day.
Yep.
and a guy said, "Do you want to come for a sauna with me?" Nah, I'm kidding. Anyway, I was at the.
I just want to see your reaction because I wanted to see if I could continue this conversation.
At the gym, doing like in between sets, walked over to the water bubbler, and as I walked back, I noticed that they've got the steppers, like the mountain climbers.
Yep.
Between that and the machine that I was on was money, notes of money. There was no one there. Like the gym was very empty. I'd imagine someone was on it, and they got the cup holders. I'd imagine they put it in there with their water bottle, pulled the water bottle out, and the money's fallen on the ground.
Yep.
So I picked it up. I thought it was $20. It was like a few 20s rolled together. It was about $80, $100. Me, again, similar to the not parking and disabled park thing, took it to the front counter and said, "Hey, someone's dropped some money over near the stepper. If they come back, here it is."
Yep.
My question is, one, there's two. I feel like there's a couple different scenarios here. That's a very public place, right? So if someone were to come back and go, "Hey, I've lost the money. I really need it," they check the cameras. They're probably going to see you.
Yeah.
As opposed to stumbling across $100 in the street. My next gripe with it is, if that person doesn't come back, they just pocket that shit.
Yeah.
But I should have pocketed it.
What, are you going to leave your name and number to forward it on?
Maybe. Is that bad?
Are you asking me what I would have done, or?
So that's, I'm telling you that every time I find money, I'll find somewhere to hand it in. That's just what I do. But that's the follow-on question. How do I know that they ever look for the person that owns the money? Or do they just fucking put that towards the Christmas party fund?
Probably, yeah. Unless, I mean, if we're being real, they probably put it behind the desk where no one can see it, wait for the rest of the night and for someone to come up and claim it. If they don't, Chrissy fund, brother.
Well, this is what I thought, right? Being that it's a 24-hour gym, they change receptionists every shift.
Yeah, that was Paul on before.
Yeah, see if she had 10 minutes left on her shift, she'd be like, "Well, fucking Johnny's not going to know, so I may as well just take it, or someone else is going to take it." I'm not happy about that. I don't agree with that shit.
So now your good conscience is getting you down.
So I'm telling you, I reckon I've done this about 5 times in my life.
Yep.
Probably more so recently, hanging around, like being at shopping centres, because the gyms, it's actually like the gyms at the shopping centre, so I walked to the car park. Actually, there was a lady dropped $50 out of her handbag one day, gave her the $50 back.
Yeah, that's different. That's different. If you see someone drop something, no, surely you're not going to fucking go, "Oh, sweet, that's me." Like, I 100%, if someone drops it, I'll pick it up and walk up to them, try and catch them, and especially if they're an old lady.
How fast would you run to catch them?
Oh, I'd probably just shout, "Get the fuck back here!" But if you're like, also, here's a little side question: the $80, were any of them rolled up with a bit of sticky tape on them? Just a question.
So I thought about this. There was no money clip. There was no rubber band. It was just folded one time.
No residue.
No residue. Folded one time in half. What do you do?
Was there anyone out? Like, was it? So you said there was a person, like there was a gap, and then another person. Is that what you said?
No.
Oh, there was no one.
So where I found it, there was no one around. There was other people in the gym, but there was no one around me, and it was in between me and another machine. So I'd imagine at some point someone was on the machine, the money fell, but I'd been the first person in that area since that had happened.
Yeah. Right. What's your question?
What do you do?
Put that shit in your pocket, bro.
Really?
Fuck oath.
Have you done that?
100%.
What's the most you found and put in your pocket?
Oh.
40 grand.
How do I say this nicely? Money or other things?
We'll run with money.
Okay, money. I think $100. Like one note. Like, if we're talking about the guy who was talking shit to me and a friend of ours when we were like 18 at the Telstra building and then passed out, I'd say a phone.
That's fair. That's fair.
It
That's called paying it forward.
It was a BlackBerry, and we gave it to his brother. Yeah, but like I said, if you see who dropped it, then yeah, 100%, I'll give it to them. Or like a license, nah. Like if I found if someone dropped their wallet, like I would take that wallet to the front counter or try and find them. Actually, I have found them on Facebook. Like message 3 people like with the same name in Mackay. To one of them was like, yeah, I lost my wallet, and it matched the photo. I was like, sweet.
So I guess the real question: do you do it? Do you return the wallet, or hand the money in, based on like are you talking about karma? Like, are you imagining karma is gonna play into your favor? Because let me tell you,
are you asking me if the $50 that was in the wallet was given back with the $50 in it?
I'm just saying.
No, it wasn't. It was a finder's fee.
I don't know how many more times I can give money back before fucking Captain Karma decides to fucking swing one back my way.
Okay, if you lost your wallet and you had $50 in it, you think I've got my Medibank, my Medicare, my license, my Shopfire's license, my credit card, all that shit. My kid's time zone card that's got fucking 1,400 fucking tickets on it.
That's probably the most valuable thing in that wallet.
If I dropped that and I had $50 in it and someone messaged me and said, hey man, found your wallet, I would not give a fuck about that $50 as long as I had all that shit back.
So there's a true story about this, right?
Yeah, I did it.
if you've got look, if you're sensitive, go somewhere else for 2 minutes. Friend of mine.
It rhymes with schmishmortion.
Wallet, money, couple of fucking baseball caps.
Yeah.
In the wallet.
Yeah.
Drop the wallet, getting out of a car, and then car was parked, got out of the car, wallet fell on the ground. That's what we're assuming. The guy from across the road has obviously come out to whatever, has seen the wallet. Return the wallet, money, no baseball caps.
Yep.
That's a finder's fee.
100%. 100%. 100%.
So the lads
and you get to have a good fucking conversation later on about it.
Exactly. The lads,
because especially if you didn't know that person liked baseball.
Yeah, exactly right.
You know what I mean?
He's gone home and put the New York Yankees versus the Red Sox on. But yeah, finder's fees.
I'm all about finder's fees. Do you think of how much of a fucking hassle it is to get your license and all that shit back?
Okay, so say you find a wallet.
Yeah.
All that stuff in it. You have every intention of returning it. There's $500 cash in the wallet. Is the finder's fee all money in the wallet?
Yeah.
Or is there an acceptable amount?
Yep, because you didn't find it with the money in it, did you, Cameron?
Exactly right. Hey man, found your empty wallet. There definitely wasn't any money in it when I found it.
Well, you're not gonna go, oh. If you found it, and you go, hey man, found the wallet, and there's 500, and you give it back with 400, and he's like, and you're like, no, that's how I found it. What? Someone found it, took 100, and left 400.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I mean, I love the logic.
It's finder's fee.
Just be like, hey brother, found your wallet. Oh, was there any money in it when you found it? No, man, that's how I found it.
No, but all your cards, your bank cards, your fucking photo of your kids, it's all there, brother. But that 500's gone. How'd you know it was 500?
And then that's when you do the, hey, finder's fee.
That's it, brother. I think finder's fees are a real thing.
Finder's fee. I like it.
My turn for a question? I've got a good question. Yeah. I've got a good question.
This will be good. I'm interested.
So you've recently returned to the wild.
Yep, you could say that.
Yep. Say the king of the jungle's back. My question for you is, and it stems from something I'd done to another mate. I think you were there when we did it.
Oh God.
But we put someone's name and essentially made a resume for them for a McDonald's job, and they ended up getting a call back for it.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering how against you would be for next year's maths if you're still single.
Is it only that show?
Yeah, I think it's probably the premiere one, mate.
I feel like that one's the fucking shit one. That one's like off the edge. You've got other options. You've got The Bachelorette. You've got Love Island Australia. You've got...
The fact that you're saying this means you've thought about this.
I just don't like the show Maths. I think it's fucking ridiculous. I think the experts aren't experts whatsoever. I think the whole panel's a fucking joke. They don't match shit.
I think Love Island, you got to be a bachelor. So say The Bachelorette. Would you go on The Bachelor? See, that's weird, man. You got to go against 30 other dudes.
I think you know what my real challenge on all these shows is, and like you're in a similar boat.
Can't wait to hear this.
Majority of our close mates are in a similar boat. None of us are very tall males.
Oh, also a great point.
You know what I mean? Like. They go and they're all, tall, dark, handsome. This guy's 6'2". Like, yeah, but he's probably got a little dick cunt. Like, what the fuck? So then I roll in wearing some fucking platform pumped up kicks.
5'9" with a little dick as well. But, because I haven't got the height.
They got to give me one of those little booster steps just to look the bitch in the eye.
Short, grey and little dick.
Fuck. God, that would just ruin my entire life. You know what it'd be? Actually, you know what? I feel like Love Island's just too much. I feel like Love Island's too much.
But I think you got to be like sort of already half established to be on Love Island.
Yeah. The Bachelorette, I don't think it's as bad. But the real dagger would be if you didn't make it past the first cocktail party.
Okay, how weird is it though? Like your perception of those shows where it's like The Bachelor, it's a guy with 30 girls. You're like, oh, fucking the honey badger? Fuck yeah. Good on him, good on him.
Hit it with pace, brother. Yeah. Hit it with pace.
But then you get the chick and it's 30 guys. You're like, oh, how disgusting. She should have some fucking morals.
I don't know. I feel like that's the real one. I'm shocking at that whole scene. 2 would be, I feel like, how they do the entrance thing. That would be the immediate thing. Like if I was walking down through the little enchanted garden, and I saw that she was 5'9", 5'10", had some heels on, I'm turning the fuck around and getting the fuck out of there. I'm not being the short guy.
But if she's 5'9" with heels on, that means she's like 5'6" without them.
Yeah. I mean like 5'9" without the heels on.
So that's your issue with being a little bit shorter than maybe the most amazing person you've ever met. Probably not, but I mean it could be.
Like I haven't
definitely
I've never looked at the process or the resume, but if there's an additional comments part, can we just make sure if Bachelorette
I'm sure you'd be able to ask for that.
Yeah,
so if I find the application and it has preferred height, you're in.
If we can put somewhere on there that says if the Bachelorette is taller than 5'7",
nah, you got to do maths. You got to do 1-on-1.
No, mate. Have you look? I understand that beauty's on the inside, but fuck all that, man. Have you seen some of the matches? I'm not doing that shit. Are you kidding me?
But so your other option is to go against 20 other dudes, and I'm sure some of them are going to be 6'4".
I'll back myself. I'm not saying I back myself to win. I'm saying I back myself to maybe the second rose ceremony till we go for a challenge. Maybe I get the single date. Maybe I'll get the special one that says you can go stay with the Bachelorette for a day.
What if the single date is putting them in the top corner?
That's That's what hey, brother, can you keep this limo, keep the engine running for a bit? I just got to go suss out how tall this bitch is.
All right, sweet. I think I've got an idea for your 30th birthday present.
What, you're going to get my knees stretched out so I'm 3 inches taller?
If you were going to stretch something, it wouldn't be your fucking height.
When does the next season of The Bachelorette start?
Oh, I don't know when they're taking applications for that. I can get onto it, mate. I can get onto it for sure.
I don't know, man. There's only been like 1 or 2 that I've sort of been like, fuck, she's all right.
What about the other? What's the other one? The first dates? Love at first sight? No, what's...
Farmer Wants a Wife.
Not that one. The one how they go on like a date.
Oh, yeah. Is that show still on?
Yeah.
What about something like Survivor? You can...
Are you going to survive very long?
I don't know, man. I don't know. The whole thing just scares me.
What?
Hey,
Commitment or?
Imagine if it all started out as a joke and then I ended up being one of them regulars that was in Bachelor in Paradise and stuff like that. Me and Osh Kosh Bagosh just hanging out.
Stop. His name's Andrew G and ain't nobody fucking believing that Osher shit.
I remember seeing Andrew G with the Channel V music bus.
Fuck yes. Remember when they had the half pipe at Mackay?
Yeah. You can't lie to us. You can't lie to us, Andrew.
People don't forget.
Oh God. Surely this is just like a talking on the podcast chat. There's no way this can come to fruition.
I think you do well on maths.
I've got a question. No, stop saying maths.
Well, stop saying no, and I'm gonna just probably do it.
I've got a question.
Hit me.
With the Bachelorette and the Bachelor, do you see who they are when you apply, or is it all completely blind?
I don't know, dude. I've been married since I was 5.
I mean, I get what you're saying.
No, I think because they're always sort of a bit. It's the yeah. I don't know. I definitely don't know.
Surely they let you, because some of them go on there simply to pump up their social media presence and stuff like that. Surely they don't want 20 out of the 30 to just be fucking time wasters. They want all of them to be interested, right?
Well,
so surely they go.
This is why I got to this. So you're saying no, you don't want to go on maths, just to put a pin in it?
No, I don't want to be on maths.
Cool. I don't know if you've seen that episode, the season a couple of years ago with that Sam Ball, the fellow who fucking had the affair or whatever. He so this year
was he like the big Jack guy with the slick back?
Yep. So everybody's perception of that dude, fuckwit, blah blah blah. Yep, cool. Even though you know that there's a layer to that show that's just bullshit, like you're still sort of like, oh well, it's still them, like like it's still, their personality. They had their reunion and shit last night tonight, and they obviously had to sign new contracts to go on and do it because their contracts must be like an NDA for 2 years, and he wouldn't sign it. He's like, I'm not doing it again because he's just cop shit for 2 years and he's not allowed to speak about it. So for 2 years he's just been fucking punching bag for cunts, calling him this and that.
Yeah.
And your initial response is like, oh yeah, he was just a fuckwit on it. Fuck him. He put a thing out, like a whole. If you go to his Instagram, I think it's still there, but it's in his like stories about him talking about like what actually went on and shit. And you listen to it and you're like, fuck, man, like it's what you already knew. Like you knew it was bullshit, but you still sort of listen and you get sucked in. But the shit that they fucking twist and make it seem like, and now it's affecting his life. And he said, it was 3 weeks of my life 2.5 years ago. And now it's airing in the UK, and he's getting shit 2.5 years later. Yeah,
that's why I feel like maths is a tough one. See, whereas like I feel like say like The Bachelor and
the honey badgers, mate, he's tradie spokesman.
Yeah,
he's on SAS Survivor, whatever.
And I feel like The Bachelor and the Love Island thing. I get like they can edit it, but you sort of paint your own picture on there. Like if you want to be the fucking crazy one, you'll be the crazy one. If you want to be the laid back one, they can only shoot what's in front of them, sort of thing. You know what I mean? Yep. But true story, right? Being on this, the CEO of the company I work for, fucking legend. This conversation came up a couple of years ago with a couple of the boys in the office. He's given the all clear. He goes, If one of you boys want to go on The Bachelorette, I don't give a fuck. All I ask is that you don't paint yourself in a bad light that's going to affect the business. If you go on there and you want to fucking roll the dice, shoot your shot, like MJ said, you miss every shot you don't take. As long as you don't paint yourself in a bad light, then you go fucking right ahead.
The problem is, how do you do that without them painting you in that light? You know, like, it's so much trickery that they can do with editing and shit that, you know, your response from a different question and all of a sudden you're a fucking asshole. It's like...
Maybe they edit...
and you know, for you, they would just let the camera roll and... You
know. Maybe they can edit me like 4 inches taller.
Yeah, hey, Tom Cruise has been doing it for years, brother.
Fuck, I'll call up old Vinny Diesel and ask for his platforms. Interesting. So we've established that Damon's a thief. Finder's fees are definitely a thing.
And Cameron secretly wants to go on a dating show, and he's been cleared to do it by his work.
And The Bachelorette 2021. Who's got the inside goss? It's got to be a personality, right? Aren't they always someone, or there's someone off one of the last shows that made it to the top, didn't quite make it?
Maybe it's Tam and Sursok. Don't know what she's doing these days.
One, she's like fucking 40. She's got 3 kids.
I seem to know what's going on.
I would definitely go on there. Right. Job done. We outies?
Yeah, mate.
Easy.
Peace.